What's up, guys? It's Eddie from KCTCG, and today I'm here with my Bastion deck profile. The man himself, my favorite unit from Overdress, obviously. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about it. All right, so Bastion, really good. Ditch a card from your hand after you drive check a grade 3, restand a rear guard, give it 10k, and then also 2k global to the board. You can make sure your unit's 15k, so when you ride up and your opponent's at grade 2, you can just hit perfect numbers all the time. It's really nice. Rooks, trash card, always calls a PG or a grade 0 off of its effect.
You mean the grade 1?
Oh yeah, you're right. Trash card never draws me anything I need. Trash card always calls a grade 1 or a PG off of its effect. Grade 0 or a PG off of its effect. Don't play it. I'm just kidding. And then base. So this is a ride line. 3 persona ride. Yeah, you play 3. I don't know what to tell you. If you're not playing 3, I'm sorry. Somebody needs to reevaluate your life resources. 4 Fasado. You play 4. So this card's just on hit pressure, and sometimes the counter charge soul charge actually helps, especially because you're playing things like Dark Strain in the deck. You're playing your order, you're playing Alden. You need the soul charge more than anything, but also the counter charge just helps. Your opponent's guarding this more likely than not. Please let this hit. Ken.
Never.
Damn. 4 Alden, second most important card of the deck, in my opinion. On play, Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 1, call a grade 3. And then we'll call a unit, and then if you call the grade 3, you draw 2. And then when he swings, he gets 5k for the turn. And it's important that it's for the turn because on a non-persona right turn, if your opponent's at grade 2, he swings for 20, which is a 15k drop. And then when he restands, he'll swing for 35, which is just a huge number against a 10k body. If he restands, yeah. Most of the time I swing with him first. I'll show you like a typical like turn 2 play, or turn 3 play that I do. For Refluke, you need soul in this deck, and this thing makes Fasado or anything that you want huge. Also, it's a body that can leave the board. So when you're playing against things like Dark States, or when you're playing against things like Orphis, you can just shove it into soul so it doesn't get retired, or it doesn't get hit by Leonard. But yeah, it's there because it's a free soul, and also it makes the requirement for the order a lot easier. So yeah. 4 Angel, she's a 10k shield most of the time. She can be a 15k shield if you need her to. There's an argument to cut her down to 3. I like 4 because I'm a little bitch and I don't want to die to big numbers.
How often has the 4 come up more than the 3?
What do you mean?
Like having 4 in hand more useful than, or relevant to having a 3 in hand?
Usually she's like ditch fodder for the most part, so it doesn't really matter.
So would you say she's more optional then?
Probably. I don't recommend running any less than 3 though, because you need the shield in this deck, and the shield only comes from your triggers. So 2 Dark Strain. I absolutely hate this card because he's just, if you can't use him, he's a vanilla or ditch fodder, so I use him for ditch fodder. But on the turns that you can use him, there's a pretty cool play that you can do when you don't persona ride. But most of the time, this is just here for endgame purposes. If you finish it, you can finish your opponent off with a 15k boost, which is nice. He combos really well with Refuerzos, or as I like to call him, Legolas. So Legolas is one of the new cards in the set, one of the 3 new cards in the set that we use in this deck. And I like him because he is a restanding booster. If you persona roll this turn, he gets boost, and then if the unit in front of it stands by a card effect, you can restand this unit if it's in the back row rearguard circle. Actually, I lied. When your other unit restands, you can restand him in any back row rearguard circle. Doesn't matter if it's the unit in front of him. I like this because it can combo really good with this. So, fun fact, you don't have to be persona right to restand. So what you do is you can call Dark Strain, Soul Blast 2, give everything boost, swing boosted with this, and then if you restand most likely if you restand the unit in front of it, this still restands because it was resting and it restands, and Dark Strain gives it boost. So that's why I like to run it. It comes up like, I want to say like 65% of my games, but most of the time I'm using this guy on persona ride, or as the last 2 grade 3s have been, he's ditch fodder. I'd rather have him than not because he makes your Alden column huge. Because on a persona ride turn, if he has boost, Alden swings for 30 by himself. He restands for 45, and this boost makes him 60. So if you have him on the field, so if you the first boosted unit with Alden would be 45, and then he restands for 60. So it's really nice.
It's only 10k.
And then the last card in the deck, you play 3 order. You can run 4. I don't like to run 4 because if I draw too many, it's a dead card in hand. You only need 1 to go off, and also this little shit here, if it checks an order, it doesn't add it to your hand, it puts it into the drop zone. So that's kind of like the worst part about it, which is why I only play 3. I think 3 orders is pretty safe. Set 3, there might be an argument to play 4 orders, but not of this one. But this thing might get cut down to 2 in the next set. But yeah, so counterblast 1, soul blast 1, and then depending on the number of grade 3 units that you have. So if you have 2 or more, this includes the Vanguard. One of your units gets 5k. If you have 3 or more, you draw a card, and if you have 4 or more, the Vanguard gets triple drive. A typical, like, if you have 3 damage, which is kind of yikes if you do when you first ride grade 3. Typical thing that I like to do is call Alden to call Fasado, and then if I have a Refluke in hand, I call the Refluke, and then obviously Bastion's Vanguard. It completes the requirement for 4, and then you just shove this into the soul to give this 10. So you give this 5, so this will be swinging 25 by itself, which against a grade 3 Vanguard asks for a 15k guard, which is nice. And then this thing's gonna be swinging again 25 by himself, and then if he restands, he'll be 40. So it's pretty nice. Pretty nice if I do say so myself. So yeah, order's really good. Triple drive checks me crits and makes it so that if I double trigger, there's a chance to get a grade 3 on the 3rd drive check, unless I triple trigger, which that's never happened before, right? But yeah. Next we play 4 PGs. Trash card always gets called off the grade 1. And always get good card because it always gets hard drawn against Zorga. All 4 of them, by the way. Yeah, you need to play this PG. You don't have the hand, like, you can play the trial deck PG if you don't have these PGs, but you honestly do not have the hand to be ditching for the trial deck PGs. So if you're at 1 card in hand, this thing's clutch. So get the set PGs, please. For trigger lineup, so over trigger, best card in the fucking deck, never goes off. I play 7 crit. And 7 crit because I play 4 front, because this deck wants shield and this thing's a 20k shield. So I prefer the fronts over draws for 2 reasons. 1, makes everything huge. 2, 20k shield, and yeah, it's a 20k shield, that's all you need. And you play 4 heals because you kind of have to or you die. Alright, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!